But there is something that it will be very, very interesting to know. In your personal view, what has changed on structured products throughout these 25 years? What has been the main changes you've seen in Sweden?
I think a number of things. I mean, when I started out, everything was captive protected notes. That's all we knew. That's all we ever sold, and it was like that until the great financial crisis, where interest rates just disappeared and vol absolutely skyrocketed, and you couldn't do capital protection basically with any. I mean, the terms were horrible. So, and that's when the product, different product types started coming in, and since then it's exploded. There are a huge variety of payoffs out there now. And that's been very beneficial, of course, to be able to move with market conditions, because back then we were extremely dependent on vol being fairly low and interest rates being sufficiently high so that we could put something interesting together. But that's one thing. The other thing is, I think when I started out, I was fairly naive, and I thought that derivatives-based products are the answer to every single question ever faced by any investor anywhere. I have a more nuanced view of it now, and I think, obviously, which payoff you use when and how does matter. And I think a lot. I mean, we've the industry has become much more sophisticated, which is also a very good thing, obviously. But it's changed. 25 years ago, we were still, discovering what this whole industry could be, and now it's matured. And obviously, we've had a lot of influence from regulation as well. MiFID II in 2007. MiFID 1 in 07 and MiFID 2, and PRIPS in 2018, and a number of other things as well. So, it's completely different. It's much more professional and stable now. It was a bit of, the wild, wild west, if you go back 25 years.
Yeah. I still remember those times.
Do you feel like the expectations of investors has evolved a lot in the last 25 years as well? Or do you think it's more kind of bank-led or issuer-led?
I think, the investor community has evolved. Their expectations have changed. One thing is, my view is that I think that they're much more knowledgeable on average today than they used to be. And then maybe expectations in terms of risk reward haven't changed that much, but if you take things like what they demand in terms of how we use technology and how we report, and the quality of the website, most people want an app, they want access 24/7. Those things have changed materially, obviously.
I do want to talk about, right, because you did mention that in the past you thought that this was a solution for everything, but now as a wealth manager you don't feel that. Can you tell us what are small tricks or the way that you think structured products, how you talk with the investors, your clients, and how do you tell them that they should use the products?
Yeah. Good question. I think, we always do suitability testing, of course, of the client. And if you're going to use and go into structured products, most of them have maturities of 3, 4, 5, perhaps even longer. So you need to be able to or apart from your capital during that period, obviously. And then what I really like is the nonlinearity. The ability to protect the capital when markets are down, and also, of course, the ability to generate yield or other types of return when markets go sideways or even slightly down. So that's the features that we bring up in the conversation with clients. And I mean, now that we've had interest rates back for a while, they're disappearing again now, in Sweden at least. I mean, that's been such a pleasure to talk about capital protection. And, clients can see that, okay, my capital is protected, but in some cases I can even, join in the stock market, the main index, and even get gearing, above 100% participation. That's been a joy to be back in that situation.
Go on, Andrew.